What's up, ladies and gents? This is KSigKid, coming at you with another Destiny video. If you've been following me on Twitter, you know that we're doing the Thorn quest. We got the Thorn quest on Saturday on my Titan, and I was like, that's not ideal. And then the next night, we got it on my Warlock, and that was a significantly better option. So what I want to do in this video is I want to show you the quest. I want to give you my own little initial small review of it in PVE and PVP. And again, just show you exactly what you need to do in order to get this hand cannon. So check this out. This is pretty much the loadout that I would pick on my Thorn. You want range. You always want range on your hand cannons. Right now, that's pretty much the #1 stat that you need on all your hand cannons. And this is what's going to give you the Thorn the best. Now this is the Thorn. You love it, you hate it, you love that you hate it, and you hate that you love it. Now how do you get this quest for starters? Pretty much turn in your bounties. Turn in your bounties, and if you get that jagged purpose, boom, you are exactly on your way. Now on both my Titan and Warlock, I got it whenever I was turning in Shiro's bounties. I have heard that you can do it on any bounty that you turn in, but I just personally got it on my Shiro bounties, so there might be a little bit of an increased chance in getting them from Shiro. After that, you have to go and talk to Eris Morn, and she's going to send you on a quest to go ahead and complete the Wretched Eye Strike. You can complete it on easy mode. That's what I did. I went in, I fired it up on easy mode. Once I completed it, I was on to my next step. And the next step is go ahead and kill a bunch of fallen enemies in the Plaguelands. So what do you want to do for that? Do you want to go to patrols and go around doing things like that? You could, but that's not ideal. That's not ideally the best way to go ahead and complete this. What I did was I went right to the Archon's Forge, and this was by far the best. In fact, in 3 Archon's Forge matches, I pretty much had this thing completely done. And I've heard that you need to get from 300 to 500 different kills. I can't tell you what an exact number is. I can tell you that I kind of believe that if you're getting assists, or if you're near people that are killing enemies, you will be getting credit for those. I also think that major enemies might also increase your reputation gain that you're getting as far as that bounty is concerned. All I know is that whenever I was doing the Archon's Forge, it was done in roughly 3 matches. So if it was 300 kills, 500 kills, whatever it was done in 3 matches. So we're talking 10 to 15 minutes and you're going to be done with that step. And moving on to the most difficult step of this entire bounty. Well, maybe not the most difficult, but possibly the most difficult. And what that is getting void kills in the Crucible. Now, if you're a sane person, you won't do what I did and do it in the Iron Banner where you only have a void fusion rifle. So unfortunately, if you were playing against me or playing with me in the Iron Banner last night, all you saw me running around was with a fusion rifle. That's what I did to get all of my kills. I never swapped to a primary. It was terrible. If I was playing normal Crucible, I would have put on my Atheon's Epilogue or Word of Crota and been significantly more well-rounded. But I didn't. It was fusion rifle only. And after getting whatever it was, 100 kills or 125 kills, I completed that stage and moved on to the next step, which was consuming 5 motes of light. Really easy. Really, really easy. After that, you're at the easy part. You're at the last stage. Except for it might not be the easy part, because if you do not have a skeleton key, you will not be able to get Thorn. And what you need to do is you need to complete the Hive Abomination Strike, and then you need to open up the skeleton key chest at the end. So if you don't have a skeleton key, you're out of luck. And that means you need to go farm for a skeleton key, and that means that this step could take a really long. Now, since I knew that I needed a skeleton key, I saved one. I made sure to save one on my characters. One was on my Hunter, and I just moved it over before doing the strike. After that, you pop it in the chest, and there it is. That's your Thorn. It comes at 350 light, which was honestly a little bit low. I thought it should have been a little bit higher, but 350 light's what it comes at. You can then go ahead and infuse it up. I put mine up to 385 right away because it was a quest. It pretty much took me all last night to do all of my kills in the Crucible. Again, I was just using a Void Fusion the entire time. It was a bad idea. It was extremely rough, really difficult. If the light levels weren't enabled, I would have had on some other type of gear, and it might have been a little bit easier, but I was crazy. I wanted to get it done. I wanted to go ahead and do a Thorn video. As far as PvE goes, you never really see Thorn that much in PvE. It's just a so-so weapon in PvE, mainly because hand cannons are so-so in PvE as it is. They really suffer from a lack of ammo, And if you have that Send It perk on, you're going to have even less ammo. So you might want to put on maybe Perfect Balance instead, because you don't want to hurt your ammo reserves even more than they are. Now I think maybe sometime whenever we have a Nightfall with small arms again, I might put this on just for the fun of it. Just for the fun to go ahead and use Thorn and get the burn and get that extra damage from small arms. Not that it's going to be the most effective weapon at all, but just for fun. Again, you've got burn, you've got stacking burn, you've also got penetrating shots, so if you happen to have a bunch of Thrall that are running at you, you might be able to shoot through all of them at once, and that's pretty nice. Again, Thorn's pretty cool looking, it's pretty fun sounding, it's an iconic weapon. It's been nerfed though. It has definitely been nerfed, and you can definitely feel the nerf. The stacking is nice. The stacking of burns is really nice in PvE. It's a little bit better in PvE than it is in PvP. It's pretty nice, but the lowered burn damage is not so nice. And also, if you don't know, Thorn actually shoots out thorns. I just wanted to say that. It doesn't shoot out bullets, it actually shoots out thorns. So there you go. But everybody's really curious about what it's going to be like in PvP. And I can tell you, I ran just a couple matches just before making this video. It had been a year. It'd basically been a year since I ran Thorn. And it's taking some getting used to, and I can tell you this right now, whenever I started off, my first few matches, even up until this match towards the end, I was still really rusty with Thorn. I'm still really rusty with Thorn. It's still a really fast-firing hand cannon, it still feels really crisp, but you are going to notice that burn, that nerfed burn. Because instead of 7 damage ticking away, it's now 2, and it ticks away faster. So that means that you don't get to pretty much mark your target for a long period of time. You pretty much get those 2 damages ticking away, and if they have the artifact, the Memory of Silmar equipped, it's going to be 1 damage ticking away. So if you're like me, you're going to be getting a whole lot of assists. I felt like this wasn't as much of a closer as it used to be. It is definitely not going to 2-shot headshot Guardians at all anymore. No more double tapping Guardians. So how does Thorn feel? I mean, I guess if you keep getting some practice with it, you'll get to be a little bit more familiar with it, and probably some people are going to be really good with it. I saw it a little bit in the Iron Banner, and whenever my screen turned green, instantly I started running away. It was a knee-jerk reaction, and I feel like that's probably the reaction a lot of people get. So even though Thorn isn't really hitting as hard as it used to, people are running away really quickly as soon as they see their screen turn green. And because you're getting that damage ticking away that much faster, it's kind of hurting the gun a little bit. Basically, whenever you get your shots, you need to make a decision on how you're going to follow this up really quickly. You don't have time to go ahead and think. I'm really liking it with Axiom Bolts because I can go ahead and throw out an Axiom Bolt and let that track down the target and hopefully get the kill. I've seen people even talking about buffing Thorn if you happen to get a precision hit, maybe increase the burn, and that might not be a bad idea. As usual, all guns in Destiny are very fluid, so we might see a buff, or who knows, we might see another nerf to the Thorn for all I know. All I know is I got it, and I'm glad. Anyway, guys and gals, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, smack that like button, and subscribe to the channel. Check out these awesome videos. Good luck with your raids, your drops, your Thorn, and I'll see you around in Destiny. Burn, baby, burn.